finally, after 40 years of Dragon Ball, yeah, it's older than me, man, we've been revealed with Vegeta's mother. Think about it. All the time that Dragon Ball's been around, we have never seen what Vegeta's mother. Obviously, we knew he had one, but we never seen this. So yeah, it came from the image there you see on the screen, and yeah, I think it's pretty cool. You got that really awesome image because I believe this is like a fan contest, and Toyotarou, he's always done phenomenal with these Dragon Ball Super manga covers, and wow, yeah, this one I really love the one that he did with Gohan and Pan and Videl, and in the reflection you get the previous one with Son Goku, the entire Son family, and even before that in the chapter you saw the close-up of them, and in the reflection you see Bardock and Gine, and that's exactly what we're getting here. Vegeta with his former family as a kid, and as well we're getting him there now with Brawl, better known as Bula in the dub, but doesn't really, that name I've never really followed the underwear pun, Bluruma, aka Bulma's whole family, Trunks, Bulma, aka Buruma, you have that in Vegeta and everything, so I love it. I love the heart that these pictures show and everything, just showing that light-hearted side of Dragon Ball. But yeah, it's really interesting because when you look at the way Toyotarou drew the image here, you got Tarbo, who was of course in Yo Son Goku and his friends return. That of course was actually about a year before I even started this YouTube channel, and yeah, he definitely comes off as someone a lot more nicer, and I don't know if King Vegeta would have been like, oh, you, my boy, pathetic. That's probably what he would be like, you know, because he really wanted to, and every time we saw him in fillers and other flashback scenes, he really propped up his boy Vegeta, who definitely fit more of the edgier Saiyajin, that more ruthless that we were told about in early Dragon Ball and things of that nature of the manga. And so I thought that was really cool, and you get to see it there, and you see the personalities. Like there's little Tarbo just sleeping, and Vegeta of course looking like he's on business, King Vegeta on business. And this is interesting. Of course, Toyotarou doesn't show us what his mother looks like, just put his mother there to put him there, basically to fit the theme of the images. And so yeah, but this is the closest we have ever seen to what his mother looks like. So she definitely is all decked out in royalty. We see a little bit of the hair. Now, when you zoom in, you notice that she has the headband around, and I wonder if that's because Toyotarou wasn't sure, should I draw that widow's peak on her? Would that look right? You know, I don't know if she wanted to draw that type of hairline for Vegeta's mother. So apparently Vegeta gets it from his father. Very well, maybe like the bang in the hair for Tarbo, maybe that's where Vegeta's mother gets the outfit from. I mean, Vegeta, that part of Tarbo's head, perhaps that comes from Vegeta's mother side. So yeah, who knows? Shout out to Geekdom 101, who I say is one of the most well-researched, knowledgeable Dragon Ball fans out there. I agree with what he was saying, is that he would like to see more stories like this, and I'm with him. I'm 100% plus with him, because I would love to see more stories about these characters and backstories and everything, like where they all came from. Like, yeah, what was Vegeta's upbringing like? What was his life like with his mother? Did his mother put in a lot of pride? You know, I'm wondering about King Vegeta. You know, he married this woman. She's decked out in royalty, but was she a high-class Saiyajin warrior? Was she, you know, of the elite? Was she like the strongest female of the Saiyajin race on planet Vegeta? Or did she just simply look super hot and he's like, I want to bank her, and so I'm gonna deck you out in royalty? Like, is it possible that King Vegeta, if you were a low-class Saiyajin warrior, a weak Saiyajin woman, but you looked hot, King Vegeta was like, all right, let's bang. I'm going to dial you up and put you in complete decked out royalty. You might not be strong, but you look strong with me. Like, is it possible? I'm curious, because you heard so much about Vegeta talking about trash when it came to the low-class warriors when he first met Son Goku. Did King Vegeta keep that same energy when he came up against a woman? If she was low-class but hot, did King Vegeta not care? Or did you have to be hot as well as powerful, or else King Vegeta didn't care? Vegeta did state in Dragon Ball Super that they are in love with strong-willed women, but as we know, Blue Norma, aka Bulma, and Chi-Chi, they're not physically strong, but mentally and willpower, they are strong. And I think the same could easily be said about Guinane. So once again, maybe not strong in terms of power, but strong in terms of a strong inner will desire. And if King Vegeta's like, she looks hot, you have my boy. Oh, my boys. Right? So it's interesting. Just, it does open up a lot of possibilities when you think about it. I would love to see stories like Dodoria, Zarbon. What's their race like? Maybe it was in the Daizenshu, but I haven't read all the Daizenshus. There's a lot more hardcore Dragon Ball fans out there, more knowledgeable than me, but I haven't done the research on it, so maybe Toriyama did answer that. But yeah, I would love to see stories like that. How did Dodoria? How did Zarbon? How did they all come about? I think that would be really cool. And yeah, I would love to see this story and everything. Like, what was Vegeta's relationship like with his mother? Because from the looks of it, he always talked mostly about his father, you know? So yeah, that would be really interesting. But I think the art is cool. And it's very interesting because I mentioned, unfortunately, with the passing of Akira Toriyama a couple of years ago, I'm wondering, was this from the mind of Toriyama? Did Toriyama leave behind notes that, okay, this is Vegeta's mother, that's what's it gonna be? Obviously, by the way Toyotarou illustrated this, and I'm looking off on the side because this is where my other screen is and everything, because this is gonna be a gaming live stream, which is why I got my OLED TV right here in front of me and then my computer screen on the side of me. But yeah, it's one of those things where I wonder, is it one of those things where he left notes behind, or is this Toyotarou just thinking for himself, like, oh, I need a mother here, and let me just go ahead and make his mother? So this is what I mean. It's gonna be interesting when we go back in the past of Dragon Ball and do flashback scenes like this, everything coming from Toyotarou's mindset, not from the mind of Akira Toriyama, which would be very interesting to know what Toriyama would have thought when it came to that. But for all we know, Toriyama never obviously cared maybe to even make Vegeta's mother, right? All he wanted us to know is about his father, the relationship he had with his father as he was in Dragon Ball Super Broly, right? And I think he did the designs for the filler and everything. So yeah, very interesting, very cool. I like stuff like this as a Dragon Ball. Shout out to Kat, who's been on some of my Dragon Ball podcasts. She brought up a good point where when it comes to this type of stuff is that Dragon Ball has so many different open lore parts that you could almost fit any sort of what if scenario, any sort of extra tidbit of storytelling anywhere, and you just want to see it. And I wouldn't mind seeing separate stories like this, like even showing how Dabura, aka Dabura, was defeated by Trunks in a full like 45-minute special or something like that. I know they did it in Kakarot, which I have yet to play. I eventually will get to that for live streams, but man, yeah, that would be cool. But overall, this is good stuff. I really liked it. It's good to see Toyotarou still giving us some stuff, but for whatever reasons, it sounds like his hands is tied with Suisha and trying to get the Dragon Ball Super manga, because like many of you, I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next after Black Frieza. I'm looking forward to seeing them going in beyond the end of Dragon Ball Z, because like I mentioned, even though this stuff would be cool to see, sub-stories that don't really advance the story forward but gives us more information on what led to the characters being built to where they are, that would be cool. But yeah, I want to get past the end of the second half of the manga, the end of Z and the anime, aka anime, and see where the Dragon Ball story takes us next. But overall, good stuff here.